Salaki, I was getting interruptions. Like I was saying though, you already came into a house where there's already rules set. There's already, rules established, men set in certain places. You just have to follow your course and do what the Lord wants you to do. All right, within your ministry, whatever your lot may be. I can't name any specifics, because everybody's different. I know for myself, I can say certain things, but nonetheless, do what the Lord told you to do. All right, and you'll know, man. 1 Timothy 5:17, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. Right. To you younger brothers, you have to know what that means. You don't just give double honors because you heard your favorite brother in the camp, say it. You're like, oh, well, I guess I got to do it too. You have to know what that means, man. You have to give respect. Think about it. Your first year, think about your first year, right? For brothers that's been in for over a year. Think about your first year. Maybe you caught the most hell your first or second, right? Well, the elders and apostles have been doing that for 20 plus, right? They've been doing it for years, going through trial and tribulation and still studying and still feeding you to this very day. That's something that's worthy for you to give double honors for, all right? The fact that they're pushing through all that hell and still going out to do the work, still doing these things, still pushing, they labor. They're the ones that labor in the word and doctrine, and it was harder for them than for us. Because for them, when they was coming up, they didn't have the luxury of picking up their phone, Googling, Daniel's, the second chapter full breakdown, and they could find it, They didn't have the luxury of just Googling certain words and things like that. They had to go to libraries. They had to, put in the groundwork. They had to hit the paper, the old-fashioned way. Some of them, going back to the 80s and stuff like that. They had to really put in that work, man. It was a real labor. Now we can Google a lot of things. We can search it up. I know for me, some of the breakdowns, some of the deeper breakdowns I learned, I just searched up. I might have searched up Habakkuk 2 breakdown, and the whole thing was there. We're ready for me to eat. That's entering into another man's labors, because a brother that made that breakdown probably didn't have the luxury of just looking it up. He had to study fully. He had to connect the dots to know every single, what every single precept is talking about. You see? And that should make you more humble, But nonetheless, those are the things that was on my spirit to talk about, man. That's all I really wanted to say through the Spirit, that we've entered into the house of the Lord. Play your part, and remain humble. Remember your foundation. That's another thing. That's another part of the lesson, man. All right, remain humble, man. No matter what level you're at, you just got into the camp or you're still on the outside. Just remain humble. Listen to the men of the Lord. Listen to the Lord when He speaks to you. And let the Spirit handle the rest. All right. So with that, call all Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, Rakakodash, double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone, which are the men that rule well, men and taught us His truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations, as always, to the elect. Shalom.